Client AI. So my name is Ashish Bansal. So I am here with another video of Pycharm installation on a fresh laptop on MacBook Air. So in the previous video, I have put down a video in which I have told you about the Anaconda installation on MacBook Air. Okay, so this is my channel. I encourage you to guys to for the tech related updates. Please subscribe to my channel. I have also made a playlist of Python beginner course in which it's a course for non-tech people and who wanted to get into the programming with Python. And it is a very easy-going course. You can enroll to it. You can listen to the videos, comment, like, share, and please do subscribe to my channel. Okay, so let's begin. In today's session, we're gonna walk through about the Pycharm installation on a fresh laptop, and I will tell you how we can execute our first Hello World program in Pycharm. So first of all, let's go to browser, and I will say download Pycharm. Okay, so Pycharm has been provided by JetBrains. It's an Python IDE basically. So you get two versions of Pycharm. One is the professional one, another is for the community version. So what is the difference between professional and community? So professional comes with the 30-day trial version, and it is not freely available. It is the paid one. So you need to purchase the license and then you need to work on the professional part. On the other hand, community version is purely based for Python development only, and it is free. So basically, in the professional one, you can also not only develop your Python apps, but also you can work with your HTML, JS, SQL, and other programming languages. Okay, so let us try to download this. I will go for the free version. Okay, so I don't require any front end development in my project. So I am a backend developer, so I will be concentrated mostly on Python. So there are also other freely available IDs which are available in the market. So there is Visual Studio Code, which is the excellent editor which gives you the leverage of not only working with Python but also with Java, with HTML, with Node.js and other programming languages. But for Pycharm community version, it is only and only used for Python development. Okay, so my downloading is in progress. I'll pause it for a second and I will until it completes. So we'll proceed. Okay, so my downloading has been completed. So let's click on to this Pycharm. So it's saying that drag this Pycharm to the application. So I will simply drag this folder to my application folder. Okay, so now it is being copied. Okay, so I will go into my finder, and inside the finder I will go into applications, and in applications I will try to find Pycharm. So here Pycharm is being copied into my application folder. I will double click on it and the application will start. I will surely want to open it. Yes, I will. I confirm the terms and agreements. I will click on continue. I will say don't send. Okay, so now this is the latest Pycharm version which is being installed on a MacBook Air. Okay, so now this is the interface of the Pycharm. So here we can go and click on the new project. If we have the existing project, we can click on this open, and we can also get it from the Git repository. So let's say we wanted to get it from the Git repository. So there we need the version control, that is your Git or Mercurial or Subversion, and we need to put the path of that Git version. Okay, right? So this is how we can get it in our project taken from the Git repository into our local system. So this we will deal in later upcoming videos. For the time being, we'll create a new project. So I will simply click on new project. So I will name as Python project demo. Okay. So now for this part, so it has given me that I wanted to create a new Python project. For that, I need to have a new Python environment also. So what is a Python environment? So Python means a virtual environment. I am talking about the virtual environment. So you can create your Python virtual environment in number of fields. Either you can create it by using virtual environments, or you can create it by poetry, or you can create it by conda. Okay, so in the previous lecture we have already installed our conda, and inside conda we get our Python 3.9. okay, so here let's try to do or install it by using Python conda environment. Okay, so now I have specified I want to make a new project, and inside my new project I wanted to get a conda environment, which is a virtual environment, and the version of Python which I will get from conda is Python 3.10. so you can choose the list of existing versions from this conda environment on this virtual environment. So let's say your project demands Python version of 3.7. So you can simply click on this. You can just create a Python 3.7 version. Okay, so this is how the conda gives you the flexibility of choosing different versions of Python. Fine. Similarly, in the virtual environment, you can get it by virtual environment, that is your Python environment which has been installed on your system. Let's say conda does not support Python 3.11, or it is not included in the conda environment. So in that case, you need to explicitly install your Python into your local system, and then you can select your virtual environment, and then you can give the path of that location. So this is the location of that path of that particular Python environment base interpreter. So you can click on this browse button, and you can give the path where your Python 3.11 or maybe higher versions are been installed. Okay, fine. So currently we'll go for conda, and my current version is Python 3.10, and it is already been taken the path. So you don't need to go and look for the path. So it already has taken that inside your conda 3. It's a bin folder inside your conda. So there is Python version 3.10. Okay. Now I'll click on create. And one thing more, I could make this available to all my projects. So environment has been set up, so you don't need to create each and every time when your projects is being created. You can create a virtual environment once, and you can use that virtual environment to other existing projects also. Okay, so that means, let's say tomorrow I'm using another project which says Python project demo 2. In that the dependencies are exactly the same to this Python project demo. So I don't need to have another virtual environment installed. So I can reuse this virtual environment which I have already made yesterday. Fine. So I will click on this create button. Now it is being loading. Now it is creating the conda environment. So it is working. It is done. So it will take couple of seconds. So here you can look, the Python 3.1 is being currently getting installed with the environment, that is our virtual environment. So what do you mean by virtual environment? So virtual environment is basically, it is your environment in which you wanted to try to execute some packages which is needed for your project. Okay, so let's say you are working for 4 different multiple projects. Okay, and you are using same Python interpreter. For this same Python interpreter, some of the libraries may not be compatible with the Python version. For that you need another let's say self-sustaining or independent environment in which you can use that system. For that case, virtual environment comes into picture, in which you can install Python versions which are needed or which are sustainable or which are compatible with the other libraries. So this main.py script has already been provided by default structure. Okay, so it says print hi name, so it will print it will run this, it will call this function, and it will simply print Pycharm. Okay, so let's try to make a, or let's say I will try to make a new file. So I will say new Python file, or I will simply say my first Python, right? So my first python.py, right? Okay, so I would simply say print hello world. Okay, so I will go to terminal. So in the terminal you can see that your Python environment is Python project demo. It takes itself the name of the project which you have given. Okay, and you are inside your virtual environment, and this project is currently being executed in this virtual environment. So now I need to execute this particular file, and I want to check the output. How I can do is I could simply say Python and by name of that file. Okay, so I have put simply a tab in which it will auto complete that part, and I will hit enter. Now you can see that hello world is being executed, or it is being printed on the terminal. Okay, so this is all from me, guys. So do subscribe to my channel.